Hello, hello, hello! Andrew here, and with our Starlink series continuing, today we're going to talk about whether or not you can run a business just using Starlink. To gauge this appropriately, as every business is not created equal, and the idea that Starlink is still in beta, I'm going to answer my perspective specifically from a small business owner. So what kind of business activities does my business do? Well, I own rental real estate. So I do things like invoicing, sending emails. I trade a lot in the stock market because, yes, until the money's used, the CapEx money and the repair money has to go somewhere. I buy crypto and exchange crypto 24 hours a day. And again, yes, until the CapEx money is used or until the repair money is identified as to which property it's going to, it's got to go somewhere. And having it available and being able to use 24/7, Starlink's been pretty good. I'm able to go ahead and use all Google Docs, all Google Sheets, Google Presentations. I do these things quite consistently. I've come up with every form my company's ever used. And as you can tell right now, I'm recording online, making a YouTube video, and this YouTube video gets published and directed and taken care of via Starlink Internet. So you can even publish on YouTube with Starlink. As far as what limitations actually exist with Starlink, well, the reality is upload speed. That's the number one thing that you have to worry about if you're going to be on Starlink, is it's not very fast on the upload. I average about 5 megabytes upload. I used to pay, when I had regular internet, I used to be able to go ahead and pay an extra $40 to get to 20 megabytes upload. Upload speed is just something that's not very fast overall. I think it's going to get better the more satellites get up in the network, but I don't know that for a fact. So what can 5 megabytes upload get you? Well, you can video conference with 5 megabytes upload. What I would tell you is if your video conference was intended to, be a Zoom call with, 10 or 12 other people, and you're trying to share your own screen, it's going to get choppy. It's just the way that it is. It's not that good at uploading. Now, you can be a participant in any Zoom call, and you can go ahead and send them the links beforehand, and they can follow along with you. But sharing the screen when you're doing an upload or doing any kind of live stream, yes, that will tax the system. As far as upcoming features, what can we actually expect? Well, right now we only have about 1,600 satellites across the entire world for Dishy McFlatface to go pick from. The reality is, by 2025, we should expect that if we get anywhere close to SpaceX's plans of 42,000, the internet service is going to get a lot better. In addition to that, you already have big companies that are working with Starlink that are already trying to get service in airplanes around the entire globe and on cruise ships when they go out to sea. So I wouldn't be surprised if not only download speed is consistent, but if we don't get better upload speeds across the board, because to handle that, they're going to either have to develop special equipment or come up with some rationing program that would allow you to pay for additional speed. So I have a sneaky suspicion not only is the service just going to get better overall, but it's going to get way better a lot faster than we think it's going to. So final thoughts on whether or not it actually will allow you to run a business. The reality is, as long as you don't struggle with upload times and you have a little bit of patience, yeah, it will. There's no reason it can't. I mean, right now I'm uploading to you in 1080p, and I have no problems with doing that for a YouTube video. I mean, the reality is that this isn't going to be as good as a T1 line. It's just not going to happen. Is it going to be better than most of the other things out there, especially in a rural community where you might end up being out in the middle of Timbuktu, out in the woods, or whether or not you're in a van life, or maybe you're trying to do something like, work remotely from your cabin up in the woods? Yeah, this is going to be a huge improvement to whatever hotspot you were going to have with your cell phone in the spotty service up in the mountains that you had. This is a huge improvement to try to run a business with. Like everything else, though, it has its pluses and its minuses. So, as long as you can go ahead and deal with a little bit of slow upload speed, I think this is going to work for you in just about every capacity for a home operated business. Well, that about wraps up today's episode. What I want to know, though, is how you feel about using Starlink to run a home business. Tell me about it down in the comments below. And while you're down there, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button, click that subscribe button, and consider sharing this with one of your friends. And make certain you ding that notification bell. It really helps out the channel. Here at the Dad Manual, we produce videos twice every single week. If you like this video, but you still have questions, consider watching this video. We go through the Starlink FAQs, and I think you'll get most of your questions answered there that wasn't answered here. Until next time, I'm Andrew Sherman. This is the Dad Manual. And remember, failure isn't bad. Failure to try and learn is. Have a good one.